and then the other details. So I think yung visual appeal is a big part of in terms of choosing like blind boxes and being acquainted to a certain character.
Thank you, Marian. Sorry, quick disclaimer lang pala, I forgot to hit record lang kanina. Buti kaka-start lang natin. Pero, for this recording will be recorded, pero hindi naman namin siya ilalabas outside. So, it will be purely for study purposes. So, gagamitin lang din namin siya for our study. Yan. Okay, yeah. So, we can go back na. Sorry. Who else? Meron pa bang gusto mag-share on what role design or visual appeal play when you choose a blind box?
I guess sa akin lang, as a designer, yung story din, as Mariam said, the story behind the figures as well. Tapos, every time I consider if I want to purchase a set or not, if I want yung, kunwari, and then gusto ko lahat ng nasa set, then I would buy the whole set. But if like I only like 3 out of 12, then I won't buy yung buong set.
Okay, go Aika. Sorry, I
Lang yun on my end, sorry.
okay, yeah. So, everyone else, meron pa ba kayong gusto i-share regarding visuals? Yeah, go Patrick.
Ayan, sige. For me, yung theme, mahalaga yung theme sa akin. Especially kung napapanahon siya. And I mean, siguro, kung pasok siya dun sa observances, kunwari ganun. Example na lang natin yung February, di ba? It's Valentine's Day or Heart's Day. So yung buong Feb, ang daming ni-release na mga Pop Mart items na nag-create sila ng pasok dun sa theme. So, yung mga figures na related sa Valentine's, so, kagaya nung Cry Baby, meron silang Crying for Love, tapos yung Labubu din, meron din naman sila. So, yun, part yun, kaya parang nakakapag-influence din yung buyers na bumili palalo.
Okay, so do you have any other insights pa, guys? Or we're good with that? Okay, so for the next question naman, since naman nag-mention na rin naman kayo ng mga specific models na preference nyo, we just want to ask, do you prefer original Pop Mart creations or IP collaborations like yung Marvel, Sanrio, Disney? Yan. Personally, what do you guys prefer and why?
I guess sa akin, mas dominant yung mga original IPs. So, recently, nag-release kasi sila ng Barbie. And then, hindi ko siya ganun ka nagustuhan, I guess. Pero may mga series din na ako that I really like. Kunwari yung Spy X Family and then yung very first one, yung Squid Game Molina. So, I guess depende pa rin sa nagkakatalo sa design.
How about you, Patrick? Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree po with ma'am. It depends on the design. May figures na original yung design, mas better siya kumpara sa mga IP collaborated. Pero kagaya nung yung recently released na demo with Disney. So cute siya, kaya mas maraming taong nakakapagbabili nun. Kasi mas maganda yung design niya compare sa ibang original design ng mismong um, item or ng mismong product.
How about the others? Yeah, go Ray.
Ayun, same to them po. I'm leaning more towards the original designed items. Kasi, though there are good ones, like yung Barbie, I first saw it. Sabi ko, hala, sobrang cute. This is so me. Like Barbie and Pop Mart. But, looking at it further, like, I checked yung parang pictures from those that are reselling it. Parang medyo low quality siya. Parang it's kind of giving McDonald's toy daw. So, sabi ko, okay, so parang mas okay na bumili na lang ako ng bumili na lang ako ng ibang other Pop Mart item instead of getting this one. Kasi though it looks really nice, parang yung quality is not really there.
Okay, how about the others? They have other insights about it. Yan. So which one do you prefer? Agree ba kayo with them na original IPs? Go, Mars.
So with me, same then. I also agree na I lean towards the original Pop Mart characters because um for me kasi with the collaborations, you also have to have a certain liking uh for that character. So it tends to cater to a specific audience, whereas if you're um with the original characters, parang you really tend to explore more. Kaya din siya parang blind boxes eh. Kasi parang you don't know what you're gonna get. So it's part of the thrill of it. Tapos kasi parang with yung collaboration, I agree din with yung sinabi ni Flor na parang may ibang characters na parang fast food toy yung dating niya. So parang hindi niya na-imitate or parang hindi niya nakukuha yung naka-capture yung original characters na naka-collaborate niya. Like for example with the Barbie collaboration kasi most of those parang Barbies if I remember correctly kasi parang inaral ko din yung Barbie before. Parang mga ano sila eh parang how do I say this? Parang naging special sila nung time nila. Like the Totally Hair Barbie was one of the most expensive Barbies. And then it didn't translate dun sa design with yung collaboration with Pop Mart. So parang may ganong expectation kasi when they're collaborating with certain brand. So kaya I'm leaning towards original ones na wala kang masyadong you're not really bound to expect anything. So aantayin mo lang talaga kung ano yung designs na ilalabas nila.
Okay, thank you, Marion. How about others? Do you have other insights pa regarding that? Are we good to go? Kasi medyo marami kaming questions. Sorry. Ayan. Okay, so if none, let's proceed to the next one. So, have you ever chosen to buy or not buy a blind box purely on how it looks? Can you share an example? So, I think kanina may mga na-mention na slightly, pero if you have more specific stories, like, bakit hindi niyo siya binili or bakit binili niyo siya because of how it looks?
I think I'll go first this time. Okay lang ba?
Yeah, go.
Kasi I'm gonna speak for like the what people claim as the unwanted characters or the unwanted figures. So I guess others would relate to this as well. Kasi parang meron na agad na for a specific set. So um merong mga characters that people deem as unwanted kasi parang maybe it's because of the design or masyadong simple ganyan. But for me, um kasi when you relate to the design or when you see the intricacy of the details, kasi parang it influences your decision kung bibilin mo siya or hindi. So with me, I have a lot of unwanted figures na sinasabi nila. So purely because nagandahan ako dun sa design nila kahit na considered as simple kasi maganda yung intricate tapos um, parang naka-capture nila yung emotions ng characters um, the emotions for that specific character in that specific set. So for me, isa yung looks more than the hype minsan sa reasons ko for buying a specific figure or for not buying a specific figure.
Thank you, Marian. How about the others?
I guess sa akin naman, yung other merch, pero blind box pa rin. So, kunwari yung mga keychains and stuff like that. Parang I don't really see yung same design intricacy sa mga other merch. So for example, may release si Skull Panda na I think yung clip ba yun? Or something like that. Pero parang hindi siya ganun ka-hype for me. At least for me. So, yeah. Siguro, functionality-wise, I guess okay siya. Kasi magagamit mo siya every day. Pero in terms of the design, parang kinukulang. Ganun. And then also, yung something that I don't want also, siguro yung ibang IP collab ng The Monster series. For example, yung, ewan ko, pero sa akin lang to. Yung mga monster series ng um, One Piece ba yun? Tapos parang I feel like parang nag 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 ano tawag doon? I forgot the term. Sorry. Parang siyang nagko-cosplay na nilalaro niya yung character na sobrang layo. Hindi ko alam kung nagpapatawa ba sila Bubo or something. Na parang pag tinitingnan ko siya habang tinatagalan ko yung tingin ko sa kanya, parang medyo nalilito ako sa design niya. So, hindi ko alam. Siguro yun yung isa sa mga blind box na hindi ko kayang bilhin on my end because of the design.
Thank you. How about you, Ray? You were raising your hand. Can
Ayan, similar to Miss Nona, actually, I like Labubus. I don't have one kasi medyo, wala lang, wala siya sa priority ko for now. But, um, yung Labubus are cute in the sense na yung pendants siya. Pero, pagdating sa actual figure na matigas, parang hindi siya cute, parang nakakairita. Sorry, pero hindi ko talaga siya bet. Kaya like whenever my partner would ask like, di ba bet mo Labubu ganyan? Parang sabi ko, yeah, but ano, not the figurines. Kasi parang the figurines don't really have that appeal to me. Parang I've seen one from a friend. Tapos parang sabi ko, it's not as cute. Parang I think I'd save up a bit more just to buy the pendant na lang. Like I think parang medyo wala siyang appeal pag ano, figurine. Ganon. For me.
Thank you, Ray. How about you, Patrick? Do you have anything to add pa or you agree with them?
I actually agree with them. Nakadepende talaga yun sa design. Tapos yun nga, gaya ng example ni Miss Flor, na hindi talaga maganda yung Labubu for me. Hindi lang siya talaga appealing. So, wala, nothing against naman. Pero, yun, design talaga, design-wise, yun talaga yung factor.
Yeah. Thank you. So for our last question about attitude towards purchasing. So ito I think kanina somehow mention nyo na siya, but let's go into details na lang siguro about it if you can share stories also. So do blind boxes hold value beyond their aesthetics? How does this impact your decision to keep, trade, or resell them? So, do blind boxes hold value beyond their aesthetics? How does this impact your decision to keep, trade, or resell them? If ever may nakuha kayo na hindi niyo masyado gusto visual. Yan, go na.
Siguro isang factor will be kapag may duplicate ako no actual figure. Pero sometimes I also keep to if I really like it. Pero kung hindi ko ganun kagusto yung figure, then I would try to sell it. Pero hindi ko pa actually natatry mag-sell because natatakot ako to deal with other people. Pero baka most likely sa dami niya na ngayon, kailangan ko benta. But yeah, I guess dun sa part ng duplicates and then yun lang, I guess.
What about the other? Go me.
Ayun, for me, similar to Ma'am Nona ulit, sometimes I do keep them. Kasi it's not more on, ay sobrang, like, medyo cute pa siya, pwede ko pang palagpasin. But sometimes, I have this called Panda figurine. I forgot which collection siya, but it's from a black box siya eh. Tapos, it's like a cat. Tapos yung eyes niya is really weird. And what's upsetting is yun yung first ever Pop Mart item ko and I wasn't happy. Kaso, I wouldn't let it go kasi yun yung parang gift sa akin ng partner ko. So sabi ko, I want to let it go, pero parang nakakahiya and willing naman siya na ibenta ko. But I'm like, wag na. I guess I'll just keep it, ganyan. But hindi siya yung item na parang naka-display somewhere in my room. It's with him. So yun, anak ko siya, pero I wouldn't keep it. It's not my style. So, but if ever, like, I do get um something na hindi ko talaga bet, usually kinakausap ko yung partner ko about it kasi baka mamaya impulsive decision. And I'm like, should I sell it? Ganyan. Kasi parang, hindi ko naman siya display. I won't really show it off. Medyo show off kasi ako pagdating sa items ko, lalo na pag cute. So I'm like, benta ko na to para I won't have to see it. Ganyan. Medyo wala akong attachment in terms of visual, lalo na pag hindi ko talaga siya bet. So it's either sell or keep or my partner has it in his condo.
Thank you, Ray. How about the others? You have insights about that? Go,
So
Mark.
for me, more than the physical or yung kung ano yung visual appearance ng specific item, I also parang could choose or collect figures based on their backstories because somehow I relate to them. So if you're familiar with the Teeny Tiny collection, so I'm also collecting Hirono. So as you can see, sa mga characters na kinokollect ko, there's some sort of vulnerability or parang very heightened emotions yung mga characters na kinokollect ko. So it's really into apart from their visual, it's just a small part of it. Pero I do collect some of my figures kasi I relate to their backstories especially. So if napapanood nyo din sa YouTube, I think sa YouTube din may mga nire-release din na backstory si Pop Mart for their specific characters and sets. So yun yung mga reasons kaya I hold on to yung mga characters na kino-collect ko. And same with Miss Nona, the only time ata na nagle-let go ako sa ngayon is kapag may duplicates kasi unless super chase yon or like super interested ako sa character na yun, i-keep ko siya. Pero if hindi naman, so I trade those for other characters din na gusto ko din makollect. So, para lumawak pa yung collection. So yun yung mga reasons that mostly I had kung bakit ako nag-collect or nag-start mag-collect ng mga characters from Pop Mart.
Thank you, Marian. How about Patrick? Do you have anything to add pa?
Same lang din with Miss Nona. Yung pag-duplicate, yun. Experience ko naman na rin na makipag-trade kasi duplicate yung product sa akin. Para, alam mo yun, um, gumastos ka, pero at the same time, nakuha mo din naman yung gusto mo kasi nakipag-trade ka. So parang, okay, equal din naman. Kaya at least parang na-benefit ka rin naman dun sa part na yun. Kaya yun lang naman yung purpose. Pero hindi ko pa na-try mag-sell kasi for now, puro collect pa lang naman din ako. Saka nagugustuhan ko pa rin naman sila lahat.
Okay, thank you. Now we proceed to the social influence naman, social aspect of blind box collecting. So for our first question, ma'am, have you ever bought a blind box just because others were collecting them? Can you share an example?
Siguro ako naman din magsa-start. Actually, before, very, very against ako sa, or not really against, parang deviant to the thought na magko-collect ka and then you're an adult. Parang, di ba nga ang sabi, parang adult money, buying children's toys, ganyan. Tapos, one time, dinala ko nung pamangkin ko and ng ate ko to a Pop Mart store sa Bawa pa yun. Around January this year. Tapos, nung una, gusto ko lang bilhan yung pamangkin ko. Tapos, eventually, ang unang binili kong isang box. Sabi ko, okay na ako dito sa ano? series siya na parang anniversary series. Isang box, okay lang. Sabi ko, tapos nagdagdag ako ng isang habasit na labubu. Tapos, okay na kami. Nag, nagbayad na kami ganyan. Tapos bigla ko nakita yung Space Molly sa gilid. Sabi ko, hala, kailangan yata bumalik. Tapos maya nag-lunch lang kami. Tapos bumalik kami. Tapos eventually, binili ko yun. Tapos umuwi kami. Tapos parang nag-video kami ng pamangkin ko na mag-open. Kasi binilan ko din siya ng Habasi. Tapos ako din bumili ng Habasi. Tapos nag-video kami. Parang, the usual thing na parang, oh, let's open it together. Ganyan, ganyan. Gulat kami na yung first blind box ko is a secret. Tapos nag-start na siya. Nagsunod-sunod na siya eventually na parang naging bonding na siya ng pamangkin ko and me and my sister.
Perfect. Okay, how about the other, your insight? Have you ever bought a blind box just because others were collecting them? Can you share an example? Go, Ray.
Ayun, for me, I think nag-start yung collecting ko with in terms of like toys ulit. Kasi I used to be a K-pop collector. Like, gosh, papel. Sobrang laki ng halaga ng papel. But within the K-pop community kasi, or K-pop collecting community, parang may mga aesthetic talaga na girlies na talagang kada picture na pinupost nila, like, IKEA showroom ba to, girl? But I saw this one post ng isang girl. I forgot ano yung ano niya, but I think there was a skull panda. Tapos sabi ko, it's super cute. Like, ano yan, girl? So, like, commented na parang, what's that, toy called? Tapos, ayun. And then, boom, dito na na-open yung world of collecting. Kasi sabi ko, oh my gosh, skull pandas are so cute. Tapos, biglang, ayun, a few months later, nag-boom naman yung Labubu with Lisa. So, I guess, seeing it from other people, lalo na no, as someone na medyo wala naman sa community nun, parang I saw how cute it was. Tapos parang na-influence na din ako na, I wanna have cute items din, ganyan. So, na-influence talaga siya with other people. Ayun. Guitar mindset talaga eh, when I was younger. So, ayun, nag-start na din mag-collect. Iniwan ko na yung mga K-pop ano ko. Sabi ko, I think I wanna invest more on toys na pwede ko mailabas-labas. So, ayun.
Okay, how about others?
Ayun, sige, share ko lang din. Nag-start ako mag-collect dahil influence nung partner ko din. Yung partner ko kasi, collector siya ng Pokemon. Tapos, nag-abroad siya. Tapos, binilhan niya ako ng... Sabi ko nung una, ayoko ng mga ganyan. Kasi nga, we're adult. So, parang yung pera mo, sayang. Kaya nga yung nag-hype, nag-boom yung Labubu. Sabi ko, ano ba yung mga yan? Hindi naman maganda, ganito, ganyan. So, wala talaga akong intention to collect any of those items. Kasi nga, dapat practical sa panahon ngayon. And yung partner ko kasi collector siya. Sige, hinahayaan ko siya ganyan kasi pera naman niya 'yun. Binilhan niya ako abroad ng parang 1 to 2 ano, dalawa 'yun na blind box na Pokemon. Sabi ko, sige, mahilig din naman ako sa Pokemon, na go. Tapos yun, start na yun. Tapos parang sabi ko, ay shucks, yung excitement kapag nag-open ka, yan, iba. Tapos hindi mo alam kung sino yung makukuha mong Pokemon. Eh, since fan ka din ng Pokemon. Yun. Tapos, another scenario din, kaya na-influence na talaga ako mag-collect din sa Pop Mart items naman, yung sister ko. Kasi meron siyang keychain ng Crybaby, yung pendant. Sabi ko, hala, ang cute. Tapos, parang kakaiba siya. Yung may luha, ganun. Parang, alam mo yung, pag nakikita mo siya, yung reaction mo din, ang sad face din. Ganun. Yung nai-imitate mo yung itsura mo sa kanya. So, yun yung mga examples na doon ako nag-trigger talaga na, okay, start na to. Wala na.
Thank you, Patrick. How about you, Marian? Do you have anything to add to that?
Siguro sa akin, dun same din ako nagsimula sa kanila sa partner. Di, joke lang. Parang, di ba before, like, yung parang, yung toy collecting was for, parang may specific audience lang siya. So, parang hindi lahat, parang you have to go to like, yung mga yung mga conventions, yung mga cosplay events, yung mga ganyan. Pero kasi when parang siguro naka-add na rin yung when celebrities started collecting na rin. So, nandun diba sila Marian Rivera for Skull Panda, sila Lisa for Labubus. So, parang unti-unti, parang na-open siya sa public. And then, with me kasi, parang yung ibang toy collections ko, like yung Heronos, nakikita ko na siya before. Pero, the yung price point kasi niya for a toy like that, for me, back then, was an absurd idea na parang, bakit ako gagastos ng ganong kalaki para sa isang ganong kaliit na toy, diba? So parang, and then, nung madami nang nagko-collect, and then na-expose na ako sa iba't ibang itsura ng figures, other characters, and then, makikita mo din yung reaction nila when they open a blind box. So parang slowly, you want to experience that kind of feeling then. So parang for me, that was the start na parang I just got parang I think 2 boxes yata. So and then bumili ko ng case. So I think nakita ko sa'yo to, Lizzie. Parang bumili ko ng case, parang 3 ata or 5. So sabi ko, pupunuin ko lang yung 5, pero sumobra yung figures. Tapos ayun, naging ano na siya. Naging never-ending cycle na siya. So parang that's how it started. Parang na-influence, hindi ka man directly influenced by others to buy or directly pressured by others to buy, pero parang nakaka-relate ka, parang gusto mo makarelate dun sa experience nila and gusto mo din ma-feel yung genuine feelings or emotions na feel nila when they open a blind box. So that was the case for me.
Yeah, thank you, Marion. Yeah, now for our next question. Do you think blind box collecting is a status symbol or just a personal hobby? And why?
Okay. Sige, ako muna mauna. For me, it is a status symbol. Kasi yung mga taong nakakolekt lang ng ganito, ito yung may financially capable. So, kung titignan mo in society, yung mga nakakapunta ng mall, tapos dumediretso ng Pop Mart kasi yun yung intention to buy. Kasi yung isang figure, 500, 600, 'di ba? Parang in practical way, pwede mo siya magastos sa ibang bagay. Like pwede mo magamit ay pwede mo siya mabayad sa mga for example, yung necessities mo, yung skincare mo kung kailangan mo talaga 'yun or pandagdag sa bill sa food, ganun. Pero kasi nilalaan mo siya for that. So I think it's a form of a status symbol din na yung mga nakakolek lang neto ay financially capable. Kasi kung hindi, syempre isipin nila, waste of money to. Laruan lang to eh, di ba? Ayan.
How about you, Ray? You were raising your hand.
Ayun, I do agree na actually it's a status symbol. Kahit sabihin pa ng iba na, ay, it's just a hobby, ganyan. Lalo na nung, ano siya, na, what's it called, si Marian Rivera, I think she showcased a lot of her, like, Pop Mart things. And I was like, medyo na ano ako, ano ba yan, ginigitip ko to, tapos inaano mo ate, ano ba? Pero, ano, sa akin, I think, lalo na sa mga artists ng Pop Art, siguro it's really offensive na maybe some people na can't afford it would buy dupes, lalo na yung sa Labubu. But I can't really blame people then for buying it. Sa akin kasi, we have this like event sa school namin na we were selling some stuff. Tapos I have this friend na she sold dupes of Labubus, mga Cry Baby figurines, ganyan. And though, like baka ba din sabihin na iba, maybe you could just save up more. Honestly, hindi kasi priority yung ano eh. Hindi kasi priority ang toys in a lot of people's lives. So, I couldn't really blame them for buying a dupe kasi, this isn't a necessity actually. Hindi naman siya necessity. So, you know, if people wanted to buy dupes, I wouldn't take it to heart. Kasi I would understand that in this economy, I would much rather, if I had like my last 600 pesos left, I'd much rather buy, food for the whole week instead of a toy. But to each their own naman, I guess. It's more on sometimes people collect to flex. People collect to, you know, um have this like ma-fulfill yung desires nila. So, but yeah, there is that thing na it's more on the ano din, priorities mo talaga.
How about the other? Do you think?
I guess I'll agree din dun sa status symbol. Kasi if I'm gonna categorize it as a personal hobby, parang mas gusto kong parang mas makakategorize ko yung personal hobby na that I do something. So parang art and stuff like that instead of like just collecting things. On a lighter note, you can say that it is a status symbol with the fact na sobrang rampant nung mga resellers. So kahit na parang kaka-post pa lang nung isang series na bago, ubos agad. So even if na kahit na sila hindi naman aware dun sa mga backstories of the series, ganyan, stuff like that. May mga resellers nga na parang kino-call out na sa mga live videos. And then kahit sa mga Shopee Live ng official Pop Mart store, kino-call out na nila yung mga resellers. So yung I guess yung presence ng resellers is proof na it's becoming a status symbol.
How about you, Marian? Do you have anything to add pa or do you go?
Mm, Actually, I agree to a certain extent naman that it's a form of a status. It's somewhat a status symbol kasi the price range is really not that. Not really a joke. Not really a joke. So kahit pa yung mga not chase characters, so although the price point comes down, it comes down to a level na parang it's luxurious pa din. So maybe pero may iba din kasi na parang they collect yung characters kasi they relate to that character or parang it's something with that character that connects with them. Um so in that case, although expensive siya, I mean it does cost. So parang it becomes more of a hobby than a luxury. Kasi although meron din naman mga collectors na parang they collect the biggest figures, the rarest items, kasi afford nila. So they have the money for it. So in that case, parang more of showcasing din ng status symbol, di ba? So parang siguro it becomes a hobby pero for the more capable collectors. So medyo hindi ko na siya ma-categorize kasi between the two. Pero definitely it's a luxury. Pero yung problem ko is hindi ko alam kung masasabi ko ba siyang hobby lang. I mean, nagigets ba yung gusto kong sabihin?
Go ahead.
Parang nawala na yung train of thought ko. Pero yeah, so I agree to a certain extent na luxurious nga yung mga items na to and form of status symbol din siya. So it caters to a certain class. So ayun.
Okay. So thank you for that. Now, for the next question, I'll be combining these two kasi parang kanina maraming beses nyo na rin siyang na-mention. So I just want to combine these para mas fruitful yung maging answer nyo. So first question is, what role do influencers, social media, and unboxing videos play in your purchasing decisions? And have you ever experienced regret after buying a blind box because of FOMO? What happened? Yan. So usually, di ba, when we see these videos online, napapabili tayo and nagka-instance na ba na dahil nakita nyo siya, na-influence kayo to buy and then later on, regret ninyo just because of FOMO. Take your time, guys. If you can share a story or if wala naman, if lahat ng influences sa inyo are good.
Sa akin, hindi ako ganun ka na kukuha when it comes to influencer marketing, I guess. Kasi Marian Rivera lang kilala ko na influencer na nandito sa Philippines, pero hindi naman ako fan ni Marian Rivera. Um, Siguro unboxing videos. Mas dun sa part na yan kasi mas nakikita ko yung figure. So, mas important I guess sa akin na makita yung item na unboxed. Kasi siguro mas ASMR content yung, yung mas nakakapagpabilis sa akin than dun sa influencers. Tapos, parang wala pa yata ako na-experience na regret because of FOMO specifically. Yata.
Alright. How about the others? What's your take on this? Go ahead.
Ayun. In terms of like influencers, mas naiinis nga ako. Pag inaano nila, kasi talagang ano, lalo na in the beginning when hindi super, I think last year yon nung hindi pa super popular yung Skull Panda and yung Labubu. I actually showed one of my friends Labubu earlier last year, nung hindi pa siya like nag-boom talaga. Tapos ang sabi nila, ang pangit. So, na-offend ako nun. Sabi ko, I think it's the cutest thing ever. Pero nung parang in-advertise ni Lisa and some other influencers, parang nainis ako na, ano ba yan? The secret's out. Wala na. Like, parang wala na yung gatekeeping bubble ko. Parang, wala lang. Tapos lalo na nung, ano, nakakainis yung ganun. Yung sobrang hype. Kasi mas mahirap hanapin. Siguro natutuwa sila na like, I know people are talking about it. But for me, nagusto talaga yon. It's like, oh, I have to buy from a reseller now. Kasi umabot ng point na yung Labubu, it became like 1,200 retail. What? 900 lang yun ang simula. But, ayun, in terms of influencer marketing, hindi talaga ako naaano. It's more on ano mas na-encourage pa nga ako dun sa mga sinabi ni Miss Nona nga, yung unboxing, like, especially sa TikTok, yung nagbubukas sila. Sabi ko, wow, sobrang cute. Parang nagustuhan ko na. And in terms of like, ayun, hindi ako naano sa FOMO. It's more on gusto ko mag-gatekeep siya. Like, I'm not really, medyo wala akong pake kung I don't have that. But it's more on, I don't want everyone to know about it. And yung regret after buying a blind box, yun, yung unang ang bigay sa akin. I mean, di ko siya binili, but it's more on na-encourage ko kasi yung partner ko na bilhin siya. Tapos nung pagkabukas ko, disappoint talaga ako kasi hindi ko talaga siya bet. So, I guess that's my take on that na pwede mag-note to influencer marketing. Tama na po.
Alright. How about the others? What's your, ano ba? Insights on this? Kayo ba?
Ayun, hindi kasi ako mabilis may persuade ng mga influencers kasi una sa lahat, wala naman akong pake sa kanila kung nagko-collect sila. So, hindi rin ako nanonood sa kanila. More on the unboxing videos talaga. Doon ako napapersuade. Yun yung malaking factor or role doon sa pag-collect ko. Especially kapag zinuzoom nila yung item, yung item tapos yung details ng product, grabe. Nakukuha ka yung attention mo nakukuha just by seeing that yung detailed nung mismong character ganyan. Yun yung sobrang role ng unboxing videos. Tapos so far wala pa naman akong regret. As in wala pa naman. Kaya okay pa sa akin lahat.
How about you, Marion?
Sa akin, it's a resounding agreement. Tsara. Parang, I agree na hindi din kasi ako, although parang yung influencers, they open the um, products to the public. So, parang isa sila sa mga nagpapakalat noon. So, it's also one of the reasons din kung bakit hindi ko din gusto yung influencer marketing. Kasi kapag not to be parang going exclusive or parang i-disqualify yung iba from collecting the same characters. Pero kasi parang kapag na-hype siya ng lalo kapag yung mga collectors na parang wala, maka-join lang sa hype. they don't really connect the characters, or parang wala man lang um, parang understanding, or parang like certain liking for that character. Makasabay lang, makabili lang, ganyan. So parang dun, isa din yun sa mga parang ko kapag dating sa influencer type ng marketing. So, ayun. So, gaya din nila, dun din ako na-entice bumili kapag nakita ko yung product na in-unbox, and then, kasi parang iba din kasi when yung sparks mo for a specific character, iba din yun sa parang reception ng ibang tao for that same character. So, kaya parang mas doon ako leaning towards kapag bibili ng figure. And I guess may one occurrence na parang um na-disappoint ako kasi parang kasi nung konti pa lang kasi yung Skull Panda ko, and then um um may collection kasi na lumabas yung Skull Panda ata nung Christmas ata to, kasi parang merong figure na ornament sa tree, ganyan-ganyan. So, nung time kasi na yon, so parang medyo eager akong mag-start ng Skull Panda. So, parang nakasabay ako sa hype, so I got one. Tapos parang, nung na-open ko siya, parang, okay, hindi ko masyado na-gets yung hype for that character. So, it was not for me. So, yun yung isa sa mga, I guess, notable experience ko sa pag, pag, pag join ng hype, and then eventually becoming not hindi natutuwa dun sa nakuha. So, pero ayun, yun lang naman yung 2 cents ko about that.
Thank you guys for that. Now we proceed to our next part. So we will look into your perceived behavioral control naman. So since I think kanina marami sa inyo nag-mention that you were also part of other parang fandoms or other communities pa. So we would like to know how does the mystery element of blind boxes influence your decision to buy? Do you enjoy the uncertainty, or would you rather get an item na you already know? One factor ba ng
think
kaya kayo bumili? Go, Maya.
For this one, sa akin, it depends. Lalo na for if hindi isang set ang bibilin ko. So, siguro if I have, kung wala akong characters from that set, so, kasi I'm not much into collecting duplicates. So, kapag wala pa akong characters from that set, yung tendency ko is, okay, bibili ako ng blind box. Kasi apart from yung anticipation kung ano ba yung makukuha mo, tsaka from the first time seeing that character, so, kasi wala kang worry na may duplicates ka or what. So, pero kapag marami ka ng characters from that set, or parang almost all of your priors, you got na. So, that's the time na parang mag-lean ako towards yung mga confirmed boxes. Kasi less chances of getting a duplicate, and yung ayun, less chances of getting a duplicate. So I guess it's a case-to-case basis for me pagdating sa question na yan.
How about the others? Go, Patrick.
Ayun, sa akin, kung first time collector ka or magsisimula ka pa lang, okay yung may mystery of element kasi first time mo pa lang naman eh. Kahit anong makuha mo, okay lang kasi ito yung pinakauna mong mako-collect. Pero kapag ka na, collector ka na talaga, mas naglilin na dun tayo sa um, yung, alam mo na, yung confirmed nga na tinatawag nila, confirmed box na. Kasi it saves you money, and at the same time, hindi mo na kailangan mag-open ng maraming beses pa para makuha yung gusto mo. So, yun, parang siyang nagpo-progress na type. Kaya sa isang tao, ma-experience nyo itong dalawang to, for sure. Pero kapag naman collector ka na, tapos may new release, yun, nandun na yung ano, bumabalik yung mystery element. Yun.
Okay, how about the others? Ray, what's your take on it?
Siguro sa akin, kapag may bagong release, tas hindi ako sure kung gusto ko ba lahat. So, ang ginagawa ko, bumibili ko ng isang figure muna. Tapos, if I want yung quality ng isang then I get the complete set. And if I want, parang ganun. Tapos, ano pa ba? Yeah. Pero kasi yung recent ko, kasi nga, yung katulad nung sabi ni Patrick, mag-start ka with getting just one box. And then eventually, if may series ka na nito, then you start getting the complete set already on the next ones. Kapag may bagong release. Ganon din kasi yung parang naging experience ko with Skull Pandas.
How about you, Ray? What's your take?
Ayun, for me, same, almost similar to all of them. I can only buy or okay lang sa akin na bumili ng blind box if wala pa ako nung collection na yon or I like most of them. If isa or dalawa lang bet ko, I'm really not gonna take the risk. Medyo hindi ako lucky eh pag ako yung pumipili. So, parang I'd much rather if I have a um specific figurine in mind that I really want, I'd much rather buy it na lang na opened na or from someone na is reselling it na opened. Kasi medyo mahirap din sometimes in some collections na baka makuha mo yung hindi gusto ng kahit sino. So it's either you have it traded to someone very rarely would agree na i-trade yung very unwanted, or you would have to sell it lower than the retail price, which is nabag talaga sa kalooban ko. Naiinis ako sa ganun. So parang I'd rather just buy it na lang if I want something agad. Pero if I like almost all of them, I'm willing to buy them ng blind box pa talaga siya.
Now for our next question is, do you think you have the power to stop blind box collecting at any time? Why? Go, Patrick.
Yes, I have the power. Yun, I think it's just a matter of self-discipline sa sarili mo. Kasi alam mo naman kung kailan ka talaga mag-stop at kung kailan ka magko-continue. Financially wise, alam mo kung gaano kadami na lang yung pera mo, kung magko-collect ka pa ulit, or meron kang certain goal. Kunwari, etong series lang na to yung ko-collect mo, then after that wala na. Tapos unti-unti na lang kung may bago, doon ka na lang ulit bibili. Pero yung kailangan mo makollect every bawat set, makumpleto mo yun. Yun yung parang unless kung mayaman ka, ganun. Pero yun nga, self-discipline na lang talaga yun.
Okay, how about the others? Yeah, you can be honest. Di naman namin kayo i-judge.
For me, it's a soft yes. Joke. Very walang control. Hindi, pero kasi nag-start, di ba nakwento ko nga kanina, dapat ilang characters, 5 figures lang, tapos na ako. And then, naging Pandora's box na. Tapos, siguro, with my experience was, yes, yung way ko talaga was I set like yung mga gusto ko lang per set, ganyan. And then, yung unti-unti yan yung kinokollect ko. So, pero, you always have one eye open or one ear open for, like, possible new sets, diba, na i-release ni Pop Mart na parang, baka may inch ka doon or may interesting para sa'yo doon. So, it's just a matter of planning your resources then. So, kasi, you have, kasi parang, yes, may control ka na parang sasabihin mo na tama na, pero you still have that, parang there's still that thought na parang dadagdagan mo pa siya. pag may nakita ka talaga na gustong-gusto mo. So, parang nagiging open-ended sa ganong thought. Yeah, yun yung mga sentiments ko dito. Sa ngayon na. So, pero maybe baka dumating tayo lahat sa parang point na ayaw na natin, ganyan. So, baka yun yung maging ultimate stop talaga. But, yeah. So, yan yung thoughts ko sa ngayon.
Okay, how about you, Nona and Ray? Same thing. Okay, go Ray.
Ayan, for me, I think I could stop it at any time. Kasi in all honesty, hindi kasi ako yung collector talaga na parang every week meron. Kasi I'm a student. So, my allowance or it's either from my allowance or my income as a small, like, very small business or gifts from my partner or from friends ko lang nakukuha yung figurines ko. And honestly, hindi kasi siya priority. I have a fondness for cute things, but I do know na kahit na sobrang cute talaga ng skull panda pendants na yan. Parang mas gusto ko mag-enjoy ng food, just to live, just to live throughout the week. And maybe there will come a time na parang talagang aayaw na ako. Pero I don't think dadating yung time na parang I'll sell my collection. Parang gusto ko siyang ipamana. Ipamana ko sa kids ko. Pwede ba yun? But yeah, like, hindi, ano siya, hindi mahirap na tumigil sa pag-collect. I think more on, parang naku-curious lang din ako, what if bumili ako ng isa pa, tapos makuha ko yung secret? Parang ganun. But, stopping collecting wouldn't be so hard on me naman. Ayan. True.
Ayan, how about you, Nona?
Parang as of now, medyo soft yes pa lang din ako. Katulad ng answer ni Marion. Kasi may dadating, may dadating na bagong release. So, hindi ko siya masabi na kaya ko now. Nako. Theoretically. Pero if sobrang kailangan na kailangan, I guess I can.
Okay, yeah. So thank you guys. Now we're down to a few questions na lang. And this time naman yung mga questions natin will be revolving or may involvement na of environmental concerns. So as you saw naman when we sent out the form, ang reason why we actually did this study is that while maraming mga studies discussing blind boxes, discussing pop mart collecting, wala pang nasusulat na study about its environmental influence. Kasi syempre, we all know naman, di ba, when you get blind box set, it comes with plastics, may marami siyang box, and in one set, ang dami nating ino-open. And we want to see lang from you bilang mga real collectors, what do you guys usually do with these types of waste? Now, for our first question, how do you feel about the amount of packaging waste generated by blind boxes? Do you ever feel guilty?
Yes.
Go ahead, Marian.
Parang nung una din, I mean, hindi pala nung una. I mean, there's this lingering thought na parang, kasi with some blind boxes, isa yun sa mga observations ko, parang some of them has or have unnecessary uses of plastics, especially yung kasi merong mga characters talaga na parang, pwede naman pagsamahin sa isang plastic container or parang plastic sealed bag, whatever, yung lahat ng accessories niya. Pero you'll see na parang each accessories meron pang kanya-kanyang packaging. So in that sense, parang doon din ako napapaisip na parang medyo harmful to the environment. So sana if they were gonna use paper or parang hindi ko kasi alam yung packaging material if it's may part foil or parang paper. So parang maybe baka pwedeng mag-lean sila towards yung mga usage ng biodegradable plastics or paper. So parang may guilt talaga when blind boxes, especially pag madami na. If you're nakaset ka na parang madami kasi talaga accessories si Pop Mart na ni-release na naka-package individually with I think parang non-biodegradable plastics talaga yun eh. So, yun talaga yung observations ko ever since nag-start talaga ako mag-collect.
Thank you, Marian. How about you, Patrick?
Same with Marion. Um, Naiinis ako dun sa part na yung accessories nung mismong item meron pang separate plastic when in fact kaya naman siyang ipagsama dun in one foil or yung plastic na yun. So sobrang waste nun. Tapos yes, nagigilty ako kapag every time na nagbubukas ako. Kunwari, nagbukas ka, tapos after mo makita, ano nang gagawin mo? 'Di ba na may ganong feeling kay na okay, yung may kalat. So ano na, yung parang ganon, yung ano nang gagawin dito. So tingin ko dapat si Pop Mart ano siya, Charis, mag-ano siya, ang tawag doon, mag-provide siya ng instruction on how to recycle dun sa mismong packaging. For example, may cutout na may dotted lines yung mismong front nung box parang for use ng bookmark, mga ganon, or pwede pa siyang gawing housing ng mismo or casing ng mismong item kesa sa bumili ka pa ng acrylic case. Yung something like that. So, ayun lang. Pero in short, yes, nagigilty ako pag every time na nabubuksan ko yun, yung blind box.
How about kayo, Nona and Ray? What do you feel about it?
I guess same kasi, yun nga, di naman, obvious naman na sobrang dami ng packaging ng Pop Mart. Pero yung problema ko na is, hindi, pati yung box hindi ko malis. Hindi ko siya tinatapon kahit yung foil and yung other plastic stuff. So, I saw some videos na kung paano like nire-recycle yung mga boxes na parang gagawin din na gagawin na lang display case or something like that. Pero hindi ko pa parang hindi ako sinisipag pa gawin na parang DIY. Siguro in the coming days siguro gagawin ko siyang hobby with my nieces, I guess.
Okay, how about you, Ray?
Ayun. Ah, for me kasi, like as an individual, hindi kasi malaki yung consumption ko on it. Kasi very little pa lang yung collection ko. Along with, more on Sunny Angels kasi ako as of now. Parang yun yung latest obsession ko. But, ayun, napapaisip nga ako, like, ano kaya yung consumption ng iba na nakita ko yung whole set yung binibili nila and like they buy multiples, ganyan. So, very concerning nga siya. Lalo na ayun, may plastic na nga to and then the actual product is made out of plastic din. So, grabe yung pag-produce ng plastics na we don't know where these would lead to naman kasi I don't think everyone actually recycles. To be honest, I don't think people really utilize or use yung recycling bins ng maayos. Minsan kasi tinatapunan lang na kung ano-ano eh. But, ayun, parang napaisip nga kami ng friend ko actually when we were passing by sa SM Makati with the pop-up na parang, why don't they create parang like bins where you can put there yung plastics from the figurines, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos doon mo na lang itapon. And then, maybe if you have like 1 kilo of it or something, you'll get a discount na it could actually encourage people to start recycling then or start lessening their consumption. And these types of plastics na collect nga could be repurposed, ganyan. Kasi medyo di ko nagigets bakit nasa consumer yung yung responsibility when it's these big companies, these are multi-million dollar companies na could actually make, environmentally friendly packaging naman. So, parang I think it's just a cheaper alternative na to use plastics. But, ano ba yan?
Okay. With this next question, so in relation pa rin to that. So if blind boxes were made from sustainable or recyclable materials, but had the same design, would it affect your perception of quality or desirability? Yan. So kung same pa rin, kunyari hypothetically, pero made siya of a more sustainable and more recyclable material, maapektuhan ba niya yung perception niyo? Like, mas bibili ba kayo or hindi kayo bibili?
Siguro sorry, go, ikaw muna.
Sa akin siguro hindi naman kasi yung, 'di ba ngayon sa mga Heronos, I think yung the other one ba? Basta yung black, ay yung box yung series niya. And I think mas sustainable in a way yung packaging niya. Kasi foil siya na paper-ish tapos kahit yung boxes ay mas, I would say, recyclable-ish yung itsura. So I don't think na um ma-off ako if yung ginamit nilang material is um recyclable or mas sustainable compared to the other ones.
Okay, how about you, Marion?
Ako talaga, parang I don't think it'll influence kung if I'm gonna buy more or if I'm gonna buy less. It's just, it's gonna be an easier pill to swallow. Kasi parang, um, 'di ba, if you can get your desired outcome without, uh, and you're being more sustainable and you're utilizing your alternative. So why not, diba? That's the better option naman talaga. And with Pop Mart kasi, parang a lot of Pop Mart's products, hindi mo naman sila pinanghaharabas ng naka-packaging, 'di ba? Parang um parang there's really no reason para gumamit ka ng super kapal na plastics, like yung mga blisters nila. So, parang I think may alternative packaging talaga doon na hindi kailangan super you don't have to use yung mga super ganun kakapal na plastics. You don't have to use that many plastics for packaging yung mga accessories kasi nasa loob naman sila ng box. Hindi mo naman sila i-display doon sa character ng naka-plastic pa sila. So, why not package them in a single package na parang biodegradable, paper, whatever, plastic, para in that sense, nare-reduce mo yung waste mo. Pero wala namang na-change doon sa quality ng product na binibigay mo sa public, diba? So, it really doesn't hurt to be a bit more sensitive sa resources natin sa environment and whatnot. So, yun lang.
Okay, how about you, Ray?
Ayun, same sentiments to them. It doesn't really affect if I'd buy more or less. I think ano nga, it's a lighter pill to swallow and mas madadali ko lang mabudol yung friends ko na, uy, ano ba, like, environmentally friendly yan, be, ganyan. I'd be like that when I'm trying to encourage them to buy. I think, siguro maapektuhan lang, baka kasi tumaas yung price. Um, I I think na going environmentally friendly is good. But I feel like there are some ano to it. There's a cost to it na baka mas mahal kung ganun. And siguro if they add like 200 pesos more to it, feeling ko dun ako magsa-stop. Parang, parang 600 pesos na dati. Ngayon, 800 na. Parang medyo maaano na ako. Like in terms of pricing talaga ako. Like, I wouldn't mind going environmentally friendly, but if the price were to go up, baka medyo mag-stop or hinay-hinay muna ako sa collecting by then.
Okay. How about you, Patrick? Do you have anything to add pa on that?
Nung narinig ko yung answer ni Nona and ni Marion, same sentiment. I mean, yung walang, ang tawag dito, walang bearing yung desirability to purchase more kung nalaman kong recyclable siya. Pero nung nalaman ko na yung sinabi ni Ray na it would cost more, yun, baka hindi na rin ako mag-stop na rin ako mag-collect kasi nga, ewan ko, dito kasi sa Philippines, kapag yung mga vegan-friendly, eco-friendly materials, yun pa yung mas mahal eh. 'Di ba? Parang ang weird na gusto mo nang maging healthy, gusto mo nang makatulong sa environment, pero yun pa yung mas mahal. So ano na, anong gagawin? Yun, kaya yun yung magpa-persuade saan to stop yung collecting kapag nalaman kung mas dumagdag pa yung price nun.
Okay, yeah. Thank you guys for that. Now, for our next question, since kayo tong mas may exposure in the blind box collecting community, do you think the blind box collecting communities encourage sustainability or ignore it? Or is it something na nakikita nyo na pinag-uusapan or not at all talaga, given your exposure to it? Go, Patrick.
Not at all. Simple answer. As in, nag-join ako sa maraming FB communities or yung mga kahit group chat kasi nga syempre latest update, ganyan ng mga product, tapos yung mga pasabay pa, ganyan. Ni isa, simula nung nag-collect ako, walang pinag-usapan about sa recycling. As in, more on magpapasabay, more on latest na products, puro pictures ng mga pagbebenta ng items o yung mga duplicates. Pero kahit isa, wala. As in, sobrang, ewan ko ignorance or baka ignorante sila sa part na yon dahil hindi nga nila na-realize na waste yun, yung mga box. Or siguro, na-realize nila on their own, pero hindi nila ino-open yung topic na yun kasi walang nag-open ng topic. Ayun. Walang nag-i-start ng communication tungkol dun.
Okay, and to recap ko lang for Marion, the question is, do you think the blind box collecting community encourage sustainability or ignore it? Yeah. So how about you, Nona and Ray? What's your thoughts on this? Habang nag-iisip si Marion. Go ahead, Ray.
Ayun, actually, baka mamaya nakita na ako ni Sir Patrick sa ano na naghahandle ako ng pasabay. Sideline ko lang po yun pag may time. But, ayun nga, actually, now that Mr. Patrick actually talked about it, never ako nakakita ng parang, oh, ito guys, like, maybe you should ganito, ganyan. Siguro I've seen someone na yung Hirono boxes, they've made it like into a display. Parang kinat out nila yung nasa harap and it turned into like a frame. Pero yun na siguro yung pinakamalapit na example or like a discussion on how to reuse or recycle these packaging nga. Pero in terms of like, okay, baka like gusto nyo recycle yung ganito nyo at this organization or at this outlet, ganyan. I've never seen anyone talk about it. And even yung sa mga nagbebenta or nag-ship out, ganyan. I haven't heard anyone na like sabi na or magsabi na, pwede po bang less bubble wrap? Kasi minsan OA sila mag-ano sa bubble wrap. So, feeling ko more nga eh. It actually, like, the community encourages more consumption. Maybe not, they wouldn't say it explicitly na, o bumili pa kayo. Pero, when you see someone na has like a whole shelf, punong-puno ng mga Pop Marts, parang it just encourages people to buy more. And not really think about ano kaya yung sa repercussions of consuming so much and what to do with the trash after that. So, ayun, very concerning.
Add ko lang din, yung bubble wrap kasi, minsan kasalanan din kasi ni consumer yun. Kasi syempre gusto nila na safe dumating yung product sa kanila. So, syempre, advice nila yung seller na dapat well-packed, ganon. So, syempre, si seller, dadamihan niya talaga yung bubble wrap para to avoid yung mga masisirang box, yung mga dents, ganyan. Kasi alam naman natin here in the Philippines, yung mga courier, yan, hindi sila masyadong maingat.
How about you, Nona and Marion? What's your thoughts on this?
Same with them. Hindi ko pa nakikita masyado yung parang willingness ng community to encourage dun sa part ng sustainability. I guess mas busy nga dun sa part ng trade. So, wala pa ako nakikitang campaign or anything na nag-encourage ng sustainability.
How about you, Marion?
Same thoughts, actually. Nakalimutan ko kasi yung nag-mention kanina, if it's Miss Nona or si Ray. Pero something about yung yung lacking or yung kulang sa part ni merchant or ni Pop Mart on parang yung life cycle from nung product from yung selling until yung dumating kay customer, and then yung pag-unbox niya, what happens dun sa box and yung packaging, kasi parang mahirap din kasi for the consumers to be the ones to think of ways kung paano i-recycle yung items na yon when they have very limited information kung ano yung materials that went to those products. So I guess parang it also has to start from Pop Mart then to give the consumers ideas on how to recycle yung mga ganong items like um, with the foil. So parang yung foil ba na yun, pag nabasa ba yun, is it something na magiging durable pa din or is it something na magiging biodegradable na ba siya? So parang in that case, pwede mo na siyang i-diretso sa mga compost or do I have to make something out of it? So may parang in terms of yung mga awareness and yung campaign, kulang si Pop Mart on that end. Kasi mahirap din naman na hilingin mo sa consumers na parang sila na yung mag-initiate when kulang yung information nila or hindi nila alam kung ano yung i-recycle nila or ano yung ano. Ako nga parang feeling ko, I'm not sure din kung yung plastic, kasi diba may biodegradable plastics naman. Yung plastic naman ni Pop Mart, manifest naman siya. So, I can't really tell kung yun ba ay biodegradable plastic or hindi, or single-use ba siya. So, it kulang din sa part na yon ng information dissemination from Pop Mart tungkol dun sa mga part na yon ng products nila.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, for this next question, medyo all this time sinasagot niyo na rin naman siya. So, nag-add lang ako ng konting insight since wala sa inyo nag-mention about this. So, have you ever felt pressured to be more environmentally conscious about your blind box purchases? And have you ever actively searched for ways to recycle? Like, like na-mention nyo kanina, di ba, like yung nagre-reuse ng mga box. I see those online din kasi na parang nire-repurpose nila yung box as the case of the figures. So, meron ba sa inyong gumawa rin ng mga ganong bagay? Go rin.
Ayun, for me, oh my gosh, nakakaya. But parang never ko siya naisip. I mean, naisip ko siya in the sense that these packaging, materials are such a clutter to my room. Nag-hoard ako, hindi ko alam bakit. Parang I have this thing na I feel like I might sell it someday. So I'll keep it. And kahit yung foil, keep ko din. Until nag-reach yung point na pinagsabihan ako ng partner ko, para kang hoarder. Ay! Nag-away kami. But like, I was like, okay, baka nga. So, parang nag-start ako small with throwing away yung foil. Kasi feeling ko wala namang may gusto ng lukot-lukot na foil. So, tinapon ko na siya. And then dumating yung parang yung sa Peach Riot na loading. Super cute ng packaging niya. So, I was like, I might keep something from it. So, ako kasi, I was a former arts and design student. So, I have this parang immense appreciation of visual things. So, I was like, I cut up yung box and then parang a part of the box like this one, nakalagay siya sa wall ko. And I was like, ang cute niya. It's pink. It fits. So, I try to reuse what I can or parang display it or use it pang scrapbooking. But in terms of being environmentally conscious about it talaga, like doing yung parang recycling bins and stuff. Hindi ko siya nagagawa kasi parang nawawala din sa isip ko since I don't really have that big of a consumption then. It's very small. So, ayun, actively search for ways to recycle. I don't think I've actively searched. It's more on, bigla na lumalabas sa feed ko na may nag-reuse ng Hirono box nila. And I was like, that would be cute to do for mine. Pero, ayun nga, mahirap kasi, pag consumer kayo, parang, ay, bili ka lang ng bili. Tapos tapon mo na lang para wala kang clutter. Parang medyo ganun yung mindset ko at that time. Pero yun, I'm changing, guys. I'm learning more. I'm learning more through this discussion.
Then, how about the others?
Ako nga, nandun pa lang ako sa hoarding phase ni Ray. Sa totoo lang. Nandun pa ako sa hoarding phase niya. Kasi na-mention niya na parang, there's that thought na parang one day, maybe, maisip mong ibenta. And then, kasi parang, nakakabawa siya dun sa value eh. If incomplete na yung iba pag wala na yung mga packaging or yung accessories. So, nakakabawa siya sa value. So, parang currently, ang thinking ko is, I'll keep them muna, out of sight, out of mind na lang. Pero, guilty din ako na I haven't thought of a way or parang it hasn't crossed my mind na parang ano dapat yung gawin ko to at least be more environmentally sensitive in terms of me collecting yung figure. So, guilty din ako na wala pa akong na hindi pa siya sumagi sa isip ko kasi nga nandun pa ako sa phase ko na parang I'll just keep everything muna. So siguro baka mas ma-push yung thought na actually napupush na nga eh pero siguro mas ma-push yung thought na yon kapag madami na talaga sila na parang to the point na ayun, aawayin na rin ako ng mga tao sa bahay.
Thank you.
Siguro.
Okay. How about you, Nona and Patrick? What do you think?
Ako on my end, di pa naman ako na pressure at all kasi siguro yun nga, parang pare-parehas kaming nila na hindi pa na-open yung discussion about it. Ayun. At saka yung mga boxes ko naman nakakip sa room ko lang. So hindi pa siya sagabal. Siguro pag nag-start na siyang maging sagabal sa pamilya ko ganun, or sa other people, then I would start to think of ways on how to um recycle it or something.
How about you, Patrick?
To be honest walang halong etos to. Before pa ako sumagot nung survey sa research study nyo, napag-isipan ko na talaga kung anong gagawin ko sa mga box kasi dalawang paper bag na yung box ko dito kasi nga kagaya nga ng mention ko dun sa chat, guilty ako dun sa sinabi ni Ray kasi nga meron akong isang set pa dito. So hindi ko din talaga alam kung paano ko siya nung una. So nagtanong na ako sa isang Facebook group, paano nyo i-dispose nga yung box? Surprisingly, parang dalawa lang talaga yung sumagot ng maayos. The rest, sinabi nila, tinatapon na nila kasi nga kalat. Pero yung dalawa na yun, nag-provide pa sila ng picture na merong, anong tawag dito, ginawa nilang bookmark yung front nung mismong box. Tapos yung pangalawa, ginawa nilang as yung case mismo para hindi na nga siya bumili ng acrylic case. So, okay, idea yon. Ang ganda nung ganong idea. Tapos, after scrolling nga, doon ko na nakita yung meron kayong research study. So, parang ang coincident din nung part na yon. Yun, pero overall naman, sobrang guilty din ako, same with them, na hindi ko pa talaga siya nagagawa. Hindi ko pa nare-recycle yung mga blind banks. Kasi nga nandito na siya. And eyesore din talaga siya sa room ko kasi nga dalawang paper bag na siya. Pero syempre, after this discussion, sisimulan na natin, di ba? May pagbabago na dapat.
The gaslight
Yun,
na.
yes, yun yung take away natin. Hindi pa pwedeng wala tayong gagawin.
Ayan, thank you for that, Patrick. So, for this next question naman, actually interesting na na-mention siya ni Ray kanina na parang naisip niya when they were walking sa Makati na bakit hindi magkaroon na parang trade-in program, 'di ba? Kasi as we know, 'di ba, may mga fashion brands na gumagawa nito like I think H&M or Uniqlo, not sure. They have this trade-in program sa pag parang binalik mo, you'll get a discount. And then when we were actually researching about this, si Lego has this Lego Replay program na parang bukod sa ginawa na nilang mas durable yung mga Lego nila, para you don't need to buy another one para mas long lasting siya. They've used more eco-friendly materials, and they also have a program na parang when you bring back yung mga Legos, they'll donate it to certain kids in need. Now, coming from that insight, if a recycling or a trade-in program existed for blind boxes, would you participate? What conditions would make you more likely to use it or to try it? Go, Ray.
I think naman, I mean, if someone put up aside na, we're taking in your, ang tawag nun? Yung mga Pop Mart trash nyo, even if wala akong makukuha in return, I'll give it agad. No, no second thought. Sige, sa inyo na yung basura ko, guys. But I feel like it would be much better kung accessible siya. Like, ayan, yung sa pop-ups ng Pop Mart. Kung meron sa SM Makati, sa MOA, actually, mas maganda nga kung karamihan ng fully booked may ganun. Kasi that's where we usually buy our stuff din if wala na yung pop-up. So, just accessibility would be really nice. Like having it set up. Kahit nasa isang kilid lang siya, please. Like, make it happen. And, ayun. I feel like a lot of people would participate naman even if without, even if wala silang makukuha in return, lalo na yung mga big collectors. Kasi parang mapapaisip din sila, ayaw nga, no? Parang ang dami ko ng eche bureche sa bahay. So, might as well get rid of it, di ba?
How about the others? What do you think, guys?
Yes, then for me, kasi parang, though apart from accessibility, siguro isang magandang i-add nila doon is to showcase really or to show people um, how those waste or yung recyclable materials end up as or parang kung ano yung nagiging end product. Because marami namang recycling bins and containers, diba? Pero what really sets yung mga ganong projects is kapag nakikita mo yung advocacy kung ano yung nagiging end products ng mga recycled materials na nire-return mo. So, it entices you to bring more, to recycle more. Tapos siguro with Pop Mart, since I'm not sure if yung most ba ng products na are made of clay or plastic siguro kasi if they're gonna be using plastics din naman with their figures, might as well a portion of it come from yung mga packaging materials that they use for their products, diba? So it saves them money kung I guess kapag gagawin nila yon, and also it while contributing to like yung mga sustainable efforts. So it's a win-win situation in that regard, 'di ba? Para sa kanila and para sa environment. So, um, pero yun yung isa sa nakita kong magandang driving force para ma-entice din yung collecting community na recycle ng mag-recycle. Pag nakikita nila kung saan napupunta yung mga items na nire-recycle nila or pinabalik nila for recycling. Ayun lang. Ayun lang.
How about Patrick and Nona? What's your you can do?
Same din naman. I agree with them. Bali, parang ano lang, parang one step, kapag may nangyaring ganito, parang one step closer na tayo dun sa raising awareness pagdating sa recycling or yung, syempre, additional program din to for being an eco-friendly, ganon, or environmental friendly programs, yan. Okay siya kasi since unaware yung mga tao, pag nakita nila to, bigla silang mapapaisip na, yeah, mayroon na akong blind box, may box ako na clutter lang naman siya sa room ko or sa bahay namin. So why not ilagay din siya dito? Kahit in return, wala naman talaga siya ma-benefit. Or kung, ewan, depende kasi yan sa marketing or strategy. Like, kung kapag nag-donate ka, may makukuha ka in return, ganun. Depende naman yan eh. Pero, ang point, ito yung magiging proof, ganon, na may awareness dun sa part ng
No,
recycling.
no.
Sa akin, ganun din. Pero like, as of now, ang iniisip ko, what's stopping people to parang dispose yung boxes really is yung, di ba nandun din sa box yung authenticating images. So, most probably, if they're planning to shift to that, siguro lagay na lang nila yung authenticator sa figures mismo. And then, it would encourage people to participate dun sa trade-in programs. So, little bit of design solutions would contribute to, I guess, dun sa deviance ng other people to dispose yung boxes. Kasi ako, heard ko talaga siya kasi nandun din dun sa box yung attachment ko with the authenticated thingamajigs na QR code.
Thank you for that. Now we have our last question na. Sorry. 259. Buzz beater question. Charot. Ayan. So, if you could change one thing about blind box consumerism to make it more sustainable, what would it be? So, kunyari in an ideal world, you can change one thing as collectors to make it more sustainable. Yes. Very Miss Universe. Yan. What would it be? Actually, yung sagot nga ni Nona kanina na like changing its design to put the authenticator in the figures itself. Actually, I think good answer siya with this, and it's something na us as researchers, we're really not that's something that we're not fully aware of. So yeah, that's one interesting answer for this one. Pero if you have others pa, as collectors yourselves, what do you think? Hirapan ba kayo? Sorry. Last na yan. Last question na yan.
Ayun, sige ako. Yung part na every blind box dapat siguro merong instruction doon, or yun nga, kung merong parang cut out print na ganyan na dapat ganito yung gawin, or instruction man lang para sa consumer kung paano siya i-recycle. I think that's a good thing. Hindi dapat manggaling nga dun sa consumer kasi nga unconscious siya sa mga ganong bagay. So dapat magsimula yun dun sa seller or dun sa company na nagpo-provide ng ganito. Tapos syempre kung ito gagawin siyang siguro yung mga plant-based ganon na material or yung eco-friendly material, hindi dapat siya costly. Kasi dito kasi nga sa Philippines, kung ano yung eco-friendly, yun yung mas mahal. So syempre, hindi siya pangmasa or hindi siya, again, yung makakabili lang nun, yung syempre may kaya, yung financially capable. Kasi nga, yun nga, answer namin kanina, it's a society symbol, ganun. So mas okay kung hindi siya pricey, pero um, yung material na gagamitin, merong nakalagay doon sa blind box na ganito siya, made of ganito siya, tapos ito yung on how to ways to recycle yung box kung i-dispose na, mga ganon.
Patrick, how about you guys? What else do you think?
For me, I can think of maybe one action from Pop Mart and one action from the consumers. So from Pop Mart, so maganda kasi if Pop Mart would give a spotlight to those who provide yung mga sarili nilang ideas and yung kung ano yung mga thoughts or kung ano yung mga projects na ginagawa nila with their like yung mga packaging, yung mga apart from the figure itself, yung mga everything that comes with the product, that's not the product itself. So maganda kapag binigyan ng spotlight ni Pop Mart yun na parang like sa page niya ganyan or sa mga live nila na parang oh, this is what you can do with your boxes, this is what you can do with your sets, yung mga mother boxes, diba? So, kasi parang gaya nung nangyari kay Patrick, nakita niya yung mga ginawang bookmark. So in that sense, parang nabibigyan ng ideas yung buong community on ano yung mga pwedeng steps na gawin nila dun sa mga boxes and mga whatnots para ma-recycle pa sila. And at the same time, it encourages the public to be more proactive pagdating sa mga pag-iisip ng bagong ideas kung paano pa nila mataturn yung waste nila into something that's useful. Kasi nga, nabibigyan ng chance or recognize yung efforts nila. So, parang, diba, may, ano yun, may angas factor na parang, diba, creative ka, ganyan, choo-choo. So, parang in that sense, nagiging, jump start yung cycle na parang may nagiging mas proactive yung community, mas, and then, nare-recognize yung efforts, hindi lang napupunta sa wala, ganon. So, yun yung naiisip ko. And then yung second ko na naisip is yung, maybe it's time then for campaigns na parang for the community to shift yung focus from the unboxing to the unboxing part lang. Doon yung tumitigil tayo sa pag-unbox. And then, pag nakuha na natin yung figure, tapos na. So, maybe we can shift the focus then papunta dun sa, until dun sa end nung life cycle nung product na parang pag nahiwalay mo na yung product dun sa box, what happens to the packaging? And then what happens to the product itself? So, I guess yun yung yun yung first steps na dapat i-take or nakikita kong magandang steps na i-take ng community and ng Pop Mart para towards that more environmentally sustainable way or point of view na parang in the long run, kahit pa paano at least mabawasan yung waste na na-generate from collecting yung figures from Pop Mart.
For that, Marion, who else? Meron pa bang gusto mag-share ng ideas?
Siguro sa akin, hatiin ko na lang siya dun sa part din ng consumer end and then yung pwedeng mga possible na campaigns ni Pop Mart. So one idea would be yun nga, yun to put up some sort of recycling thingy-majigs dun sa pop-up stores or even dun sa partner merchants. And then if I don't know kung worth it bang i-incentivize siya or something like that para ma-sustain in the long run yung exchange of things. And then yung kanina nga na-mention ko na little design tweaks dun sa mga packaging would also help. So for example, yung mga bubble wraps, instead of using bubble wraps, siguro yung mga recycled papers like yung mga ginagawa dito sa shredded papers, ganun. And then sa consumer end naman, kung magagawa si Pop Mart ng campaign na user-generated content, tapos blind box, siguro mas ma-open yun nga, yung sabi nila na community na trigger lalo yung creativity ng mga tao to not just collect things, but also to kind of play with it. Meaning, what if you can turn this box into a dollhouse or something like that? So it was one of the problem I have had with my nieces, for example, kasi nasanay sila na parang I think it's more of a Gen Alpha thing na kapag binilhan ko sila ng laruan, matatapos yung um excitement nila with just unboxing it. Kasi after that, nandito na yung toy, ganyan. Siguro, ikukumpara ko siya dun sa generation ko na kaya ko makipaglaro sa kanila. Kasi na-hone din yung parang play and creativity ng bata. So, if we were to create like a storyline of something like that, na parang it's more than just a toy na kinokollect mo, but it's more of like telling a story, not just from buying it and then collecting it, stuff like that. Kasi kahit naman sa ibang toy line, for example, si Barbie started with you know, having dreams to kids. And then yung sa Lego, creativity to sa little boys and stuff like that. I guess what's lacking naman yung part dun kay Pop Mart is that nag-focus siya masyado with collectors. Pero yung kids collecting it, kaya mapapansin niyo din, di ba? Yung parang market niya mostly is adults. So yeah, I guess if we were to target kids then, and then we want to trigger creativity on the end of ng kids, like that, something like that.
How about the other three? Do you have additional insight?
I think for me, I'm not gonna add any more ideas kasi I think they've said what could be done talaga. Actually, realistic nga yung mga nasabi nila eh. And I guess I just want to put more emphasis nga na there should be accountability on the company's end. Kasi hindi ko talaga nagigets bakit yung consumer yung dapat maghanap ng paraan when it's these big companies that could actually raise campaigns on it or become more educational on what to do with the product that they sent out. Kasi we don't really know what these packaging or these products are made out of. So maybe more initiative on the company's end. And that's where we could see the domino effect on people actually doing it, lalo na on the collectors end.
Yes, I think that's all the questions that we have. Sobrang insightful na-meet naman namin yung actually lampas pa sa expectations namin. Ika and I were actually chatting din na parang sobrang different ng discussion na 'to from last Saturday. So I think big factor din siguro na marami dito are mas marami dito yung marami ng kino-collect. So that's a very good insight from the difference ng mga naging answers nila from last week. Pero both very very insightful. Marami ring mga intersections with their answers and we're very excited to write about this. And of course, when we're done na rin naman with our paper, siguro until next week, we'll share a copy with you then para you can see it. And you can share with your insights then with us. Yeah. So, Aika, do you have anything to add pa? Or...
Nothing to add on my end, pero wait na lang for our for any message from us na lang after this. And we will also share our paper with you once we have already finished and passed it already and clear na.
Okay. And then, if you can request lang then to take a photo for remember. Ayun. Thank you again for taking the time to be with us on a holiday.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. Yan. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ayan, one more walkie kasi we did walkie with the other group. So, dito din para fair. Ayan, so.
Ay, ako rin, gayahin ko rin.
Ayan, show your daw.
So, may ka rin yan.
With your
Lizzie, ikaw din.
Wala.
Wala.
Ayan, ito. Okay, game. Ay, no, dissolve siya. Ayan, 1, 2, 3. Ayan. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Kayo.
Thank you.